Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at the 10 craziest things banned in America. We all know there are some very surprising things that are legal in America, but the things that are banned are even more unbelievable. From typical foods to very specific things on Sundays, stay tuned to be surprised. But first, why not subscribe and go ahead and press the notification bell too. Coming in at number 10, we have Buckyballs. One of the most innocent products in the world are kids' toys. If you grew up in the early 2000s, then you likely played with Buckyballs. They're metallic balls which you can use to make things or just fiddle with. So they were designed to be molded and reshaped by kids, but as you may know, pretty much anything that you give a kid will eventually end up in their mouth. This is okay for things like a pacifier, but when it comes to metallic balls, this can be a problem. A big problem. They turned out to be very dangerous as hundreds of kids swallowed these. And because they're magnetic, if they swallowed more than one of these, this could cause their intestine wall to break. Many surgeries were carried out thanks to this toy. However, in 2012, the Consumer Product Safety Commission banned these. This may sound kind of reasonable, but many said it was crazy to ban a kid's toy, especially seeing as the toy isn't banned in any country except the USA. Next up is haggis. Haggis is Scotland's most famous food. It's made with a sheep's liver, lungs, and heart, and many other parts of a sheep you wouldn't normally eat. Once it's all cooked though, you pretty much have a meat pie which can be pretty tasty. However, despite the US being known for big and sometimes unhealthy foods, haggis is actually banned in America. The reason why this is because eating the lungs of any animal is banned in the USA. This is because some say they increase the risk of disease transmission between species. However, others say this is outdated and wrong. But no matter who's right, haggis is banned in America. So if any Scottish people watching were planning to move to the US, then you might be in a shock when you can't get home comforts there. Would you try haggis, or do you think it's just too weird to eat a liver, lungs, and heart? Next up is Kinder Eggs. This is something that many countries mock the USA about. Around the world, in Europe, South America, and even Russia, Kinder Eggs entertain kids. They're often voted a favorite candy for kids as they include a toy as well as some great Kinder chocolate. Kinder being the same people who make Nutella, by the way. However, Kinder Eggs are banned in the USA and have been since 1938, meaning your grandparents probably wouldn't have been able to have these when they were kids. So why is something so awesome banned in the USA? Well, it's actually because candies with toys embedded in them are banned due to safety regulations. Then again, it must be pretty difficult to choke on that giant yellow egg in the middle of the chocolate shell. But the US government still don't trust their citizens not to choke while eating a Kinder Egg. Sorry America, it looks like you'll have to stick with painted eggs. Next up is cigars. Whether you're a heavy smoker or just someone who likes to relax with one, cigars are very popular. But unfortunately, if you're American, you'll have to find another way to look like a fat cat CEO, as cigars are banned in the US. This is all based on America's history with Cuba, who are the world's largest cigar distributor. Since the Cold War, the USA has had a trade embargo with Cuba, meaning they don't buy or sell anything from each other. Well, it's even illegal to acquire these cigars from other countries like Canada who don't have a trade embargo with Cuba. Every year, people try and take thousands of these into the US, but customs stop many of them. You might assume they would ease up on this, seeing as the embargo was over something that happened in 1960. But they've actually stepped up security for this, and now anyone caught trying to sneak these into America can be fined as much as $55,000 and even get jail time. Next up, we have lawn darts. This is yet another toy you might have used to play with, now banned in the USA. Lawn darts were basically large darts which were designed for kids to throw into a target in their backyard. However, like with most toys, kids eventually get bored with them and start throwing them at each other. Many kids were seriously injured thanks to this dangerous outdoor toy. However, in 1988, things went too far when a 9-year-old boy who was playing with lawn darts lost his life. Thanks to this, the US Consumer Product Safety Commission banned the sale of lawn darts. But they later also banned people having them at all, saying all existing lawn darts should be destroyed. Some say this is a crazy thing to ban, seeing as no other country has outlawed them. But then again, I can see how these lawn darts could be a big risk for kids. Next up is ice cream. Now this one is very specific, and I just included it because it is pretty funny. And this one actually only applies to the state of New York. In New York, it's illegal to walk around with an ice cream cone in your pocket on Sundays. No, I'm not joking, that is an actual real law. So you are allowed to buy an ice cream cone and put it in your pocket, but just not on a Sunday. I couldn't find any origins of this law, but I can tell you the Sunday part is because it's the day most people go to church on. So if there's any New York lawmakers watching this, then let me know why on earth this is banned. And be careful if you're in New York and do this, because it comes with a life sentence. Just kidding, I doubt most police officers even know about this law. Next up we have golf balls. This is another insane ban thing that only applies to a certain area. Did you know that in Massachusetts, owning expensive golf balls is a crime? I'm not sure what constitutes an expensive golf ball, as the law doesn't actually state a price. The first offense is a fine of no more than $500, but for any subsequent offense of this, the fine can be no more than $1,000 or a year in prison or both. So guys, don't even think about buying that diamond-encrusted golf ball you were looking at on eBay earlier. This is likely one of those very odd old laws which nobody really obeys. I highly doubt the FBI has undercover golf caddies making sure people don't have expensive golf balls. Or maybe that's where all the missing Pentagon money went. Next up is books. Found an antique book? You probably think you can make quite a nice bit of money off that. But did you know it's actually illegal to sell books printed before 1985 in the USA? And this includes selling them to people in other countries on eBay. But why is this? It's not to try and keep more books in the USA to try and get more people to read. The actual reason is because the ink may contain lead. Lead was used for things like pencils, ink, coffee, and even kids' toys back in the day. But what they didn't know back then was that lead is incredibly poisonous. So thanks to this, the sale of lead printed books in the USA is now banned. Next up is ackee fruit. We've already seen some foods like Kinder Egg and haggis banned, but despite the government pushing healthy eating, one of the things banned in the USA is fruit. The fruit is called ackee fruit and it's Jamaica's national fruit. Now it may sound silly banning a fruit, but perhaps they have a point here. That is because the seeds of ackee fruit have been linked to something called Jamaican vomiting sickness. They've also been known to lead to seizures, send people into comas, and even take lives. This is only the seeds that do this, and if prepared properly, this fruit can be safe to eat. But the average Joe picking up some interesting fruit in Walmart probably don't know how to prepare a traditional Jamaican dish. So to be on the safe side, America totally banned the fruit. However, you can still find canned ackee in some special stores which have a permit for it. Next up is dairy products. The USA is known for its dairy products, from American cheese to milk and butter. But did you know that quite a few delicious dairy products are actually banned in the USA? Unpasteurized milk is banned in the USA, but in no other countries. And cashew marzu cheese from Sardinia is also banned. But all these bans aren't from some lawmaker who was lactose intolerant. Instead, it's actually because of a few different reasons. The reason why unpasteurized milk is banned isn't totally clear, and many people disagree with this ban. But the reason why cashew marzu cheese from Sardinia is banned is because it contains insect larvae, which is dangerous as well as disgusting. Yeah, maybe it's a good thing that cheese is off limits. Check out the poll in the top right corner to vote for the craziest thing banned in America. And guys, be sure to check out my second channel, The Crafty. It's got amazing life hacks and crafts on there which you have to see. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.